That's not okay.
What happened?
That is video. I thought like dude, this dude is really yo. So we're back. Reaction to stuff. About to stir the pot, boy. Stir the pot, boy. Woo! It's been a minute since I've seen my Nobita, my original Nobita. Today we're gonna react to Japanese avoid sitting next to you. To you.
To me. Not to you.
Not to me.
Not to you.
I'm handsome.
I smell bad.
Yeah.
I need to know why, other than the smell.
If you come to Japan in the future, I want you to be ready for this. It might actually happen. Listen, I know it might hurt you a lot, and maybe you have a really bad impression of Japanese people. But let me emphasize, no, it is not true in most cases. No, that's not the reason actually. But I noticed some foreigners or foreign media often take this as an example of racism in Japan, which once again is actually not.
Woo! This ain't gonna work.
Why is it gonna work?
This dude already been like, that's fake news.
He's getting to the point.
He's getting to the point.
He's getting to this point. Saying they're using this as a reason to say that Japanese people are racist and xenophobic. But that's not the case. We need to hear him out. I'm on a new level.
You ascended.
I'm positive.
You ascended before my eyes.
I am positive that when he gets to his point, it's going to be much worse than what he's leading up to.
Anyway, because of the 10 years and my observation, I noticed who Japanese are likely to avoid on the train and who they are not. And based on what I often hear from my Japanese friends, let me give you 5 big reasons why this happens in Japan. But needless to say, it does not happen to all the foreigners. It's actually only certain foreigners.
We live in a different part of Japan. We live more countryside compared to Tokyo or Osaka. When I was in Osaka, when I was in Tokyo, I didn't get the empty seat as much.
You can't. There's too many people in the damn train.
That and people don't care. People don't care. It's like whatever. People don't care.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, it's a dude sitting here. I want to sit down. I'm tired. I want to sit down. Oh. But in our city, bus filled to burst. Filled to burst with people. Nobody will sit down next to me. It's happened many of times. So it really does depend on your location. But I'm sure there have been situations in Tokyo as well where people have experienced the empty seat. And chances are they don't want to sit next to you because you're not Japanese.
I will say, like, there's this weird thing because Japanese people don't speak English well and they're afraid. What if this person does strike up tries to strike up?
I'm just gonna suddenly start bombarding you with English.
Even though I have my headphones in.
You sit down next to me.
You triggered my trap card.
Hey, how's it going? Hey,
today, where are you from?
You riding the bus, huh? You riding the bus? Where are you going, huh? Can we go? Hey, you speak English? Oh, I don't speak any Japanese. I'm a foreigner. Please tell me English. Is that really what you think is gonna happen?
I think that's really what you think.
皆さん、それじゃないよ。俺はおめえと全然喋りたくないですよ。それだけだ。See, I don't want you to sit down
Yeah,
next to
I'm
me.
saying, you don't really, we don't really want.
At first, it used to bother me. Now I don't care.
I got my bag. I have to see.
My bag is tired too. Like I said, my bag wanted to sit down too.
It's been a long day. I had that bag.
Number 1. Body size. It doesn't apply to only train, right? But also apartment or anything in Japan. It's designed for an average Japanese body size. So sometimes the train seats are just too small for Westerners. And nobody wants to squeeze into the seat next to a big person. In fact, all my chubby Japanese friends have experienced this. Now, I'm not saying all Westerners are too big or chubby, but even if they are normal size where they live, they are easily considered big size in Japan.
Here's the thing. On an airplane, I understand. On the train, I don't understand because there's no separators, right? It's not like he bleed. You won't bleed into my area. If there's an area there, right. I can sit there and you can be next to me, and you take 2 seats, but that just means there's one less seat for someone else.
Yeah.
But it's not like you take up my area.
You're right. And like if the train is packed or something, I'm not gonna not sit next to you
just because
you're a big egg. I'm not gonna do that. That's silly.
That's weird.
But that happens here.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, if you asked a Japanese person, would you rather sit next to a fat Japanese person or a fat foreigner? Chances are they would prefer to sit next to a fat Japanese person.
Because of train manners.
Train manners has nothing to do with xenophobia. None at all. Nothing.
Wait, are you descending?
No, I'm positive, Gizmo. I'm positive it has everything to do with xenophobia. And at the end of the day, it's ignorance. They don't know about foreigners.
Because they wouldn't care to sit next to a fat Japanese dude. Like, it wouldn't bother them.
No, I'm sure they would care to sit next to a fat Japanese person, but they'd be more willing to do that as opposed to sitting next to a fat foreigner. Because one, I'm not fat. I'm not big. I make myself as small as possible. When the train's packed, in my city, people don't want to sit next to me. On the bus, same thing as well. And it's not only me. I've heard this. I've heard this from so many different foreigners. So for you to say that's the reason,
he has 5 reasons.
So this is reason number 2.
Number 1.
Oh, number 1.
That was number 1.
Man, let's keep going. Let me hear more of your reasons, kind sir.
Number 2, train manners. Different country has different train manners. And if you don't follow that, people are likely to avoid you in any country. If you follow the train manners in Japan, we are much less likely to avoid you. But based on my observation for the 10 years, foreign tourists often don't know that. Sometimes they speak loud, eat something, or even moving around or singing. Believe or not, those things are not so rare actually, based on my experience. Trust me, any person doing that, Japanese or foreigner, would be instantly avoided on the train.
Then why so many foreigners I've met have had issue with this? Even foreigners that have lived in Japan for an extended period of time understand Japanese culture and how you should act on the train. Why are they avoided? Could it be that Japanese people have a preconceived idea of what they think foreigners are going to do and hence avoid them? Because that's no fault of the person. That's no fault of the foreigner. That's the fault of the Japanese person.
I have so much evidence to back that up because... And this is an experience that I had. This is a real experience. I went to Hiroshima. Mm-hmm. And on the train, a few rows back, were some people from Europe. Anyway, they were speaking really loud. They were drinking on the train. I understand, like, you don't just do that on the train. Like, and there were many Japanese people around me. And, like, these people moved. The seat next to me was still empty. Yeah. And I was...
Because you're one of them.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
You're one of them.
Even though, like, they were European and I'm American... Nope. They were white and I'm
Nope. You don't
slightly
understand.
Black.
You're a foreigner.
I'm a foreigner.
You're a foreigner. You're not Japanese.
So
you don't have the VIP wristband. You don't have the VIP Japanese wristband to get into the club.
That's
okay.
Crazy though.
You sit down there on the dance floor. We up here drinking the Cavassier. Okay.
I'm like, hey, but
no, Cavassier.
As much as you say train manners matter,
bro.
They assume that you don't have their manners.
How does the Japanese person walk into a train and automatically think this person's not going to understand you? That's not on the fault. They don't
walk in like and say, I'll give this dude a chance.
Yeah,
no,
they
walk and say like
that's on the fault of the Japanese person for, assuming. You assume you make an ass out of you and me.
Number 3. What if they start talking to me? One of the misconceptions many Japanese have toward Westerners is they like to talk to everyone, right? Even to strangers. They are not shy unlike us. Small talk happens everywhere in the West. I personally know those are not true, but the Japanese people who never been to any foreign country, the misconception is so ingrained into their mind. And as you know, most Japanese are not so confident in speaking English.
Bro, this is no fault to other foreigners. This is all this is all ignorance on Japanese people's part. Sure, you're saying these reasons are why they do it. It doesn't mean they're right.
We can change or avoid. Like, I was born in a foreign country, therefore when I sit on a train, you think.
So what are you saying? It's on my part
it's on you.
to educate the Japanese people.
No, like to educate them. What you would have to do is get on the train every day at the same time they get on the train and then not say anything to anyone and not talk on your phone or not make noise enough times where they think,
I've done that for years and people didn't sit next to me. I've done that for years and people didn't sit next to me.
They were like, as soon as I sit next to him, he's going to do it.
So the minute we sit next to him,
he's gonna change.
So he's a track. Hey, how's it going? What's up? Notice he sat next to me. I'm before him. What's up?
What's up? We have what do you think about the geopolitical movement going on in Russia and Ukraine right now?
We have friendly conversations right here. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I'm not shy.
Hey, I'm not shy. I know it's great in your culture, but mine not so much.
You see, one of the characteristics about the Japanese people is they are extremely risk adverse. You can confirm that everywhere in Japan. For example, not many people start a business here. When renting an apartment, foreigners are often rejected. Also, some bars or restaurants don't welcome foreigners. Trust me, those are all because of this. We just don't want to take a risk.
That's not okay.
What happened?
That is video? I thought that dude, this dude is really justifying like his. These are xenophobic activities.
We are not xenophobic. We have Japanese only restaurants.
Son, no, we've got Japanese spider sense is what we've got. Foreigners like hold on. Foreigner sense.
俺の外人センスはゾクゾクするぞ。何これ？ここから出せ外人。
This is not okay.
What he just said, if y'all didn't catch it, first he said Japan is not xenophobic. Even worse, he said that companies won't hire you. He said that apartments won't give you
and that's
an
true.
apartment.
That's
he said
true.
There are restaurants that won't even let you in.
That is not okay.
That is the definition of xenophobic.
Not okay, dog. All right, so white girl walking down the street, sees you, grabs a purse tight, crosses the street.
Yep.
Is that right?
Hella racist.
That's risk
That's risk aversion.
Risk aversion.
I like how we just coined it.
Risk aversion. Risk averted.
Risk averted.
Hit that risk aversion button, baby. Let's go.
The reason why they don't let certain foreigners into a restaurant is because what if a foreigner asks for something that that restaurant doesn't provide, let alone if they don't have a worker that speaks English that's able to provide for the foreigner whatever the customer wants, then the customer's gonna get upset. There might be a lawsuit. It's like they're gonna sue the restaurant, and so I feel like Japanese people.
Hold on. If you out here suing restaurants
because you can't speak Japanese in Japan.
Son,
hold up. I'm gonna sue you.
What you mean? You ain't got nachos? But you gonna hear from my lawyer. What you mean you ain't got no motherfucking tacos, bitch?
Chicano culture.
Hey, Jerry, sell these motherfuckers, man. Sell these motherfuckers.
We gonna sue them.
We gonna wish you ain't never met my Gaijin ass bitch.
Risk averted.
Stand out in any country. I think people are likely to avoid you or even feel scared possibly. Certainly not racism, but the fear toward something unfamiliar. The first time I saw a foreigner in my life was on the train when I was 12. I remember I was so excited and surprised because for me, it was like meeting a celebrity. They were only on movies until then. So when he came sit right next to me, I got extremely nervous. Don't get me wrong, I really wanted to talk to him and ask about his country or something. But I was too afraid of doing that. What if he doesn't speak Japanese? And what if I bother him? In the end, I chose to walk away from him. I know I feel terribly bad doing that looking back on that.
This dude is over here just minding his goddamn business.
Risk aversion, baby.
Minding his business. You over here doing
like calculus in your head.
Your head. And this man is just minding his business. And he chilling.
He's like, I gotta go shopping today.
And all of a sudden, you just get up and walk away. Like, well, hold on. What happened?
What did I fart?
Because you. It's all you. It's all you. For you to look at the entire rest of the world and say, hey, it may be a problem sitting next to them because they're not one of us is wild.
The point is, it's not the not sitting next to. That is not a big deal. The problem is that because not sitting next to them is just a microcosm of
the bigger issue with Japanese and dealing with foreign people.
We can't be friends with them. We can't give him a job.
Oh, that's a story for another day, boy. We talking about consideration right now. So I'm gonna say this.
Can we just say this video's over?
I'm gonna consider the fact that y'all is tripping. Okay. How about that? I'm just considering it right now.
I'm just considering mulling over.
I'm done. I am done. When a video starts off, it's not that it's racist or it's not that it's xenophobic. How come so much stuff following that sounds racist? Not racist. I would say more xenophobic. But anyway, my thoughts on this, it is at the fault of Japanese people who can look at a foreigner, have all these preconceived ideas, and be like, yo, I'm not gonna rock with this because this dude's probably like that. That sounds crazy. At the end of the day, it's the lack of knowing and lack of understanding, and the lack of knowing and not understanding is ignorance. Yeah. Educate yourself. Learn more. Do
and that
better.
Comes from both sides too.
Learn more. Do better. Be better. Okay. Period. No, dude. I'm good. What do I gotta educate myself on?
No, because like the person who said like I'm gonna sue you if you don't speak English in the restaurant. You gotta be better. You gotta be better too.
You better have. Yo. おい、聞けよお前ら。俺がおめえの店入ったら、タコなかったら文句あるよ。文句あるよ。What you mean you ain't got no motherfucking tacos? Oh, wish you ain't never met my Gaijin ass. So this is why Japanese avoid sitting next to foreigners on the train.
Let us know your thoughts and opinions about if you had any experiences like us.
Dude, I'm sure so many foreigners have experienced this.
We really pop off in the comments.
In the comments, let us know.
Pop off.
Yo, shout out Nobita. Whatever.
Shout out Nobita. Thank you for giving us more fuel again.
Not fuel, but it is interesting. These are all interesting, different sides of the conversation, and they make sense. But at the end of the day, you look at someone and believe this, that about the other person, and the person is just doing nothing but existing. You're at fault. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Hey. Thank you for watching, and this is Kuro Kouch.
Like, favorite, subscribe. We'll catch y'all on the next one. We out. Peace.
Hey, Kuro gang the click, dirty water the squad, Japan like politics, haters like oh my god, what am I seeing, they rocking another season, the finest of ignorance, we kick the truth the people need it, crack open the strong, camera on hit record, sound check, yeah we straight, topics never bold, gizmo and tally, Kuro Couch we collab it, truth mix.